So, the reason you're all here for, thank you for your curiosity. We are welcoming back Dr. Nisha Manek.
Good morning. I am so honored to be here amongst friends, familiar faces, and Master Lin brought me here yesterday to, check out the layout, Hamline University. I've never been to Hamline. It blew me away. I mean, the acoustics, the space itself is very special. And I want to say my profound thanks to you, Master Lin. We've had a very deep connection for many years. And when I finished this book, the first person I called was Master Lin. It wasn't published yet. And I said, hey, what do you think? Maybe I could come to Spring Forest Qigong Center, That's my tribe. And he said, send me the draft. I want to have a look. And he calls me back and he says, I don't think 50 people. I think you need like 300-400. I said, okay. You see, in my doctor mind, this is like, wow. So thank you. So when what I wanted to say is, Deborah Lynn says, science and spirit. I'm from Kenya. I was born and raised on the equator, and I left Kenya when I was about 16 or 17 years old to pursue science, to pursue an education. And you see, for me, science is my very heartbeat. I went to medical school at Glasgow University in Scotland, and I did my training in London. So I'm a fellow of the Royal College of Physicians of the United Kingdom. I did my rheumatology fellowship at Stanford University. And from there, I went straight to the Mayo Clinic. And in fact, that was where I spent most of my career in rheumatology, was at the Mayo Clinic. So coming back to Minnesota is like coming home again. It's like coming home again. I want to show off my fancy slides, so I hope it works. So this is to show that really, I'm really a scientist at heart. The very analysis, the very protocols. Take your vitamin D when you're in Minnesota. I wore my seatbelt driving here. I checked the weather report, and boy, 40 degrees in November in Minnesota is a gift. And by the way, we're going to be talking about thermodynamics. And don't get scared, don't leave the room. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. So this was my life as a rheumatologist, as a physician. My life is in an office analyzing chemistry, analyzing structure, trying to find the disease and then setting it right with chemicals. I give steroids and methotrexate. That's what I do every day. And that's, in Mayo Clinic, I had this uneasy feeling that there's got to be more. And so this book, Bridging Science and Spirit, the subtitle, The Genius of WilliamATiller's Physics and the Promise of Information Medicine.
Why did I do this?
Mayo and physics, and it's not radiology, this is physics. But there has been a trend in the background, and most of you already know this. I've met a few of the people who are attending here, and we know that there's been a tsunami and a wave of people turning to complementary medicine. It's been going on since the early 1990s, okay? And it was catching. And this popularity, if you look at why people are going to complementary and integrative medicine, it's now called integrative medicine, is diseases that I see in my clinic every day. Back pain, neck pain, gout, fibromyalgia, lupus, rheumatoid arthritis. So if you look at why Americans, 1 in 3, going to integrative medicine, it's my diseases. So it was really important for me to take note of this as a physician. And in fact, I looked at NIH funded data. If my patients are going to complementary and integrative medicine, it's about time I looked at my attitudes, my colleagues' attitudes. And in fact, we published a very interesting paper in 2010. There were about 600 of my colleagues, and they were asked a simple question: do you believe in integrative modalities, integrative medicine modalities, massage, nutrition, meditation, that kind of thing? And you wouldn't believe it. The news is good. My colleagues believe in these things, except for one category, just blew, everything else was 70% yes, would recommend, yes, energy medicine, and under energy medicine was Reiki, healing touch, things like that, and it was barely 9%. And it was really interesting that why is this disconnect? Around the same time was this paper. This caught my eye. First of all, New England Journal of Medicine. Anytime the New England Journal publishes something, it's like God speaking to the doctor. Okay? Very high impact factor. In fact, the British Medical Journal and the Lancet a distant second.